My name is Kalia, and for 6 years I lived in complete silence. A car accident in 2017 destroyed my hearing overnight. I learned sign language, relied on closed captions, and adjusted to a world without sound. My daughter Madison moved in with her husband Trevor to help take care of me. At least that's what they said. 3 months ago, everything changed. My doctor called me into his office after my routine checkup. "Kalia, I have incredible news," Dr. Richardson said, and I read his lips carefully. "You're a candidate for a new cochlear implant procedure. The technology has advanced significantly." "Are you saying I could hear again?" I asked, my voice rough from years of not hearing myself speak. "Not just could." "I'm very optimistic you will," he replied. "The surgery is scheduled for next month if you want to proceed." I didn't hesitate. 4 weeks later, I had the surgery. 2 weeks after that, they activated the device. The first sound I heard was Dr. Richardson's voice. "Kalia, can you hear me?" Tears streamed down my face. Yes, I can hear you." "How does it feel?" he asked gently. "Like coming home," I whispered. He smiled. "I recommend taking time to adjust before telling people. Let your brain relearn how to process sounds naturally." "How long?" I asked. "A few weeks at least," he said. "Practice listening. Get comfortable again. Then share your miracle." I nodded, but something in my gut told me to wait a bit longer. Maybe it was intuition. Maybe it was a warning. Either way, I didn't tell Madison. That decision saved my life. 3 days after activation, I was sitting in my living room when Madison and Trevor came home. They thought I was napping with my eyes closed. I heard their voices for the first time in 6 years. "She signed those papers, right?" Trevor asked. "Yeah, she signed everything," Madison replied. "She has no idea she just transferred the house into my name." My blood ran cold, but I kept my eyes closed and my breathing steady. "You're sure she can't hear us?" Trevor asked nervously. "Trevor, she's been deaf for 6 years," Madison snapped. "She can't hear anything. That's the whole point." "What about the bank accounts?" he pressed. "I've been slowly draining them for 8 months," Madison said casually. "Moving money into our offshore account. By the time anyone notices, we'll have transferred everything." "And the power of attorney?" Trevor asked. "Already filed," Madison said. "Next month, we petition the court to have her declared mentally incompetent. Dr. Reynolds is willing to testify that her cognitive decline makes her unable to manage her affairs." "You paid him off?" Trevor sounded shocked. $50,000, Madison confirmed. "He'll say whatever we need. Then we get full control, sell this house, and move to the Bahamas with her money." "What happens to her?" Trevor asked. Madison laughed. Actually laughed. "State-run nursing facility. Cheapest one we can find. She'll be sharing a room with 5 other people eating mystery meat forgotten by everyone." "Won't people ask questions?" Trevor said. "Like who?" Madison scoffed. "Aunt Janelle? I've been intercepting her calls and letters for 2 years. Mom thinks Janelle doesn't care about her anymore. We're her only family now." "That's actually kind of brilliant," Trevor said. "I know," Madison replied smugly. "By this time next year, we'll be on a beach sipping cocktails, living off her life savings while she rots in some facility." I wanted to scream, to confront them right there, but something stopped me. If I revealed I could hear, they'd change tactics. I needed evidence. I needed time. That night, I lay awake planning. The next morning, I went to my computer and ordered recording devices online, tiny ones that looked like pens and buttons. I practiced using my voice again quietly when they were gone. When the recording equipment arrived, I planted devices all over the house, in the kitchen, in the living room, in Madison's bedroom. For 2 weeks, I captured everything. Madison and Trevor plotting, phone calls with Dr. Reynolds discussing his false testimony, conversations about forging my signature on more documents. Every word was recorded. Then I reached out to my sister, Janelle. I hadn't talked to her in person for 6 years. Madison had convinced me Janelle was too busy to visit. I called her number. "Hello," Janelle answered. Hearing her voice made me cry. "Janelle, it's Kalia," she gasped. "Kalia, you're talking. Can you hear me?" "Yes," I said. "I had surgery. I can hear again, but Janelle, I need your help. Madison doesn't know I can hear, and I've discovered something terrible." "What's wrong?" Janelle asked immediately. "Can you come to the house tomorrow at 10? Madison and Trevor will be out," I said. "I need to show you something, and I need your help." "I'll be there," Janelle promised. "Kalia, whatever it is, we'll fix it." The next day, Janelle arrived exactly at 10. I opened the door, and we both cried as we hugged. I can't believe you can hear, Janelle said, wiping her eyes. This is a miracle. Come inside, I said. You need to hear these recordings. We sat at the kitchen table and I played the recordings. With each clip, Janelle's expression grew darker. That little witch, Janelle hissed after the third recording. She's planning to steal everything and dump you in a nursing home? Everything, I confirmed. The house, my savings, my investments, it's all in motion. How much are we talking about? Janelle asked. The house is worth $400,000, I said. My savings and investments total about $800,000, over $1 million total. Janelle stood up, pacing. We need a lawyer, a good one, and we need to act fast before she files that competency petition. I was hoping you'd say that, I said. Do you know anyone? Sarah Chen, Janelle said immediately. She's an elder law attorney, specializes in financial exploitation and abuse. She's tough as nails. Can you set up a meeting? I asked. I'll call her right now, Janelle said, pulling out her phone. She dialed and put it on speaker. After 2 rings, a professional voice answered. Sarah Chen's office. Hi, this is Janelle Morrison, Janelle said. I need to schedule an emergency consultation for my sister. It's a case of elder financial abuse. How soon can you come in? The receptionist asked. Today, if possible, Janelle said. Tomorrow at the latest. Let me check with Miss Chen, the receptionist said. After a pause, she returned. Miss Chen can see you today at 4 o'clock. Does that work? Perfect, Janelle confirmed. We'll be there. After hanging up, I made another call to Detective Marcus Williams at the police department. Janelle had recommended him. Detective Williams, he answered. Detective, my name is Kalia Thompson, I said. I need to report financial elder abuse and fraud. Tell me what's happening, he said, his tone immediately serious. I explained the situation, the deafness, the surgery, the recordings, Madison's entire plot. Miss Thompson, this is serious criminal activity, Detective Williams said. Financial exploitation of a vulnerable adult, forgery, conspiracy to commit fraud. Your daughter could face significant prison time. Good, I said firmly. I want her prosecuted to the fullest extent. Can you bring me those recordings? He asked. Tomorrow afternoon, I confirmed. And Miss Thompson, he added, don't let her know you can hear. Keep recording. The more evidence we have, the stronger the case. I understand, I said. One more thing, Detective Williams said. How much money has she stolen so far? At least $350,000, I replied. He whistled low. That's federal territory. Grand theft, wire fraud if she moved money across state lines. She's looking at serious time. Good, I repeated. She deserves every second. The meeting with Sarah Chen was intense. Janelle and I sat in her office while she listened to the recordings with a legal pad in front of her, taking notes. This is one of the most clear-cut cases of elder financial abuse I've seen, Sarah said when the recordings ended. You have confession of ongoing theft, conspiracy to commit fraud, bribery of a medical professional, and planned abandonment. What can we do? I asked. First, we freeze everything, Sarah said. I'll file emergency petitions today to freeze your bank accounts, reverse the property transfer, and revoke the power of attorney. We'll cite the recordings as evidence of fraud. Won't that tip them off? Janelle asked. They'll get notified, yes, Sarah confirmed, which is why we coordinate with Detective Williams to arrest them the same day the freezes take effect. How long will this take? I asked. I can have the emergency orders filed by end of business today, Sarah said. They'll be served tomorrow morning. Detective Williams can make arrests tomorrow afternoon. What about Dr. Reynolds? I asked. The Dr. Madison bribed? Sarah's smile was sharp. Medical board investigation, criminal charges for fraud and accepting bribes. He'll lose his license and face prison time. I want to be there, I said, when they're arrested. That can be arranged, Sarah said. But Kalia, are you prepared for the confrontation? This is your daughter. She stopped being my daughter when she decided to steal my life, I said coldly. I want to look her in the eye when her world falls apart. The next morning, I sat in my living room, pretending to watch TV with closed captions. Madison and Trevor were in the kitchen, drinking coffee, laughing about something. The doorbell rang. Madison opened it. Can I help you? Madison Thompson? A woman's voice asked. I'm serving you with emergency court orders. You're being notified that all transactions involving Kalia Thompson's assets are frozen pending investigation of fraud. What? Madison's voice pitched high. That's impossible. My mother is deaf and incompetent. Your mother has filed petitions supported by evidence of financial exploitation. the process server said. You're also being served notice of power of attorney revocation and property transfer reversal. You have 24 hours to respond. Have a nice day. The door closed. I heard Madison's footsteps storming toward me. Mom! She shouted, then caught herself, signing frantically. I kept my eyes on the TV, ignoring her. She grabbed my shoulder, forcing me to look at her. She signed, Did you file legal papers? I stared at her blankly and shrugged, signing back, I don't understand. What's wrong? Her face twisted with frustration. She turned to Trevor. Someone tipped her off. Someone's helping her. Maybe your aunt, Trevor suggested. Janelle! Madison spat. That interfering witch! She must have somehow convinced Mom to sign papers. But how? Trevor asked. Your mom can't even hear what's happening. I don't know, but I'm going to find out, Madison snarled. The doorbell rang again. This time, it was Detective Williams with 2 uniformed officers. Madison Thompson, Trevor Harris. Detective Williams showed his badge. You're both under arrest for financial exploitation of a vulnerable adult, fraud, forgery, and conspiracy. This is insane, Madison screamed. My mother is deaf. She can't even... Actually, I stood up, speaking clearly for the first time in 6 years in front of them. I can hear everything. I've heard everything for 3 weeks, every plan, every scheme, every disgusting word. Madison's face went white. You can hear? Cochlear implant surgery, I said calmly. 3 months ago. And I've recorded every conversation you've had about stealing from me, bribing doctors, and planning to dump me in the cheapest nursing facility you could find. Mom, please, Madison's voice turned pleading. Let me explain. Explain what? I interrupted. Explain how you told Trevor I'd be eating mystery meat and forgotten by everyone? Explain how you've been intercepting Janelle's calls for 2 years? Explain how you laughed about me rotting in a facility while you sipped cocktails on a beach with my money? Trevor's face was pale. We weren't really going to... Officer, read them their rights, Detective Williams said. As they handcuffed Madison and Trevor, Madison started crying. Mom, please, I'm your daughter. You can't do this to me. We can work this out. Work what out? I asked coldly. You stole $350,000 from me. You bribed a doctor. You forged documents. You planned to have me declared incompetent and locked away. I made a mistake, Madison sobbed. Please, don't let them take me. I'll give it all back. I promise. You're not sorry you did it, I said quietly. You're sorry you got caught. There's a difference, a big one. Detective Williams led them toward the door. Madison looked back one more time, mascara running down her face. Mom, please, I love you. Don't do this. No, I said firmly. You loved my money. You never loved me. If you loved me, you wouldn't have planned to abandon me in a state facility while you lived off my life savings. I'm your daughter, Madison screamed as they walked her out. Not anymore, I said, and closed the door. The legal proceedings moved quickly. With the recordings and documented evidence, Madison and Trevor both pleaded guilty. Madison received 8 years in federal prison for elder financial abuse and fraud. Trevor got 6 years as an accomplice. Dr. Reynolds lost his medical license and received 5 years for accepting bribes and conspiracy to commit fraud. Sarah helped me recover every penny Madison had stolen, $347,000 in total. The property transfer was reversed. The fraudulent power of attorney was voided. I sold the house, too many bad memories, and bought a smaller place near Janelle. We have dinner together 3 times a week now, making up for lost time. 6 months after the arrests, Madison sent a letter from prison. Pages and pages of apologies, explanations about financial pressure, promises to be better. She ended with a plea. I hope someday you can forgive me. I burned the letter without finishing it. Janelle asked me once if I felt guilty about pressing charges. Not even a little bit, I told her. She didn't feel guilty stealing from me. Why should I feel guilty about seeking justice? Do you think you'll ever talk to her again? Janelle asked. Never, I said firmly. Some betrayals don't deserve forgiveness. Some people don't deserve second chances. She made her choices. Now she lives with the consequences. What about when she gets out? Janelle pressed. I have a restraining order, I said. If she comes within 500 feet of me, she goes back to prison. She knows that. My hearing, my miracle, gave me more than just sound. It gave me the truth. It gave me the power to fight back. It gave me justice. Every morning I wake up to birdsong outside my window. I hear Janelle's laugh when she calls. I hear music again. But the sweetest sound? The judge's gavel when he sentenced Madison to 8 years in prison. That was the sound of justice. Have you ever discovered that someone you trusted was betraying you behind your back? What would you have done in my situation? Like and subscribe for more stories about people who refused to be victims and fought back the right way.